All right, so I have a Central Florida Zone 9B growing update. It is hot. It is in the 90s this week. It's reaching 98 later this week. So I had to make changes in the garden because there are some crops that just don't do well with this type of heat. One being the beef steak tomatoes that I had growing. They were not growing to full size, and also tons of pest pressure on those specific varieties. So I took off the tomatoes. I'll show you a quick video of that update. I've been installing drip irrigation. I've harvested a few things here and there like garlic, eggplant, peppers, tomatoes. So I'll post a little photo of the most recent small harvest. And yeah, garlic, actually, you can grow garlic here in Florida if you harvest it a little earlier. I would say May, and you plant it. So you plant it in October, preferably, and then you harvest it in May, and you get nice full-size bulbs of garlic. So I'll throw the photo up here and just show you around. My container area here I have protected with some landscape fabric just to kind of shade out the area because we do get full sun here. This is south facing, and if I didn't do that, then I'd get some of the peppers have already gotten a little bit sunburned, so the landscape fabric helps out with that. And these tomatoes, they're still producing, although they don't look wonderful. These monsters here, this is what needs to go. This is the beef steak tomato, and I tried. I mean, it grew pretty well the first couple of months, but I don't think these do really good here in Florida. I think I'll just stick with the smaller varieties because these are just prone to a lot of pest pressure. So if it's not squirrels or who knows, maybe even rats at night, it would be bugs like this. So this whole section is coming down, and in its place I'll probably end up growing okra. Everything has been cleaned up. The tomato plants have been removed, and in their place I planted okra. So I've got little sticks to mark the areas where I actually sowed the seeds. And I planted roselle here, which it will have enough sun but also a little bit of shade, so it should do well. And we'll see how it grows in. So I'm continuing to set up back here. I'm installing drip irrigation for all the plants because I've been overhead watering, and as you can see with these leaves, these are watermelons, and they don't take well to overhead watering. They're prone to a lot of diseases if they continuously get their leaves wet. So the solution would be to just install the drip irrigation, which is way better anyway than overhead watering. You conserve a lot of water, and the water goes directly to the roots where it needs to be. But it's funny because as I'm installing this, not only did a snake come out of the ground, but I heard a big thump, which scared me. And the thump was this watermelon. Completely fell off the vine. I think it is ready to go. So we're going to cut into that soon. Look at this beautiful flower forming. These are zinnias. And I'm planting a lot more of these around the edge of the garden bed. These are marigolds. A lot of these beautiful flowers repel certain pests. Over here we've got some small calendula, and then I'll be planting more zinnias on this side, just along the edge of this bed where I can. The okra that I had planted in place of the tomatoes are growing in nicely. I'll have to thin that out, take one out, see which one is growing the strongest. Both of them look really good though. So far so good. This passion fruit was literally 2.5 to 3 feet tall just a couple months ago when I first bought it. And look how it's climbing up this arch already. So I have this passion fruit here, and I need to, that one, transplant that somewhere else because this trellis will not support two big old passion fruit vines plus a loofah, the sponge, which is growing on this side, intended to go up this side. So we'll figure that out. Newest addition to the garden are these raspberries, and I'm actually growing them not specifically for the fruit, although I do love the fruit. It's a little harder to grow out here in Florida because they prefer cooler weather, but I have them in partial sun, part shade, so they're growing in really well. I'm actually using these for the leaves so that I can make raspberry leaf tea.